Hello, people. I have finished a book, Imperial Berlin. This book was, I pulled this off the shelf. I could not remember reading it. I probably had this book for like 35 years. There was a bookmark on page 18, so I think that's as far as I got the last time. The book, Imperial Berlin, is like from 1850 to 1918. That's when it was considered the capital of the German Empire. And the book reminded me an awful lot of a book that I read, I don't know, a year ago, I don't know when. That book's title was Between Two Fires. And Between Two Fires went country by country between the two world wars and did the same thing this book did. Poetry, literature, architecture, painting, politics. That's kind of what this did. A lot of people's names that I will never remember. The Prussian-Austrian War of 1866 gets like one paragraph in here, and that, that was a pretty important event. It wasn't a bad book, just wasn't super interesting. This was published in 1970, 300 pages. My first note there is baptism or death. And baptism or death refers to, like in the 1200s, when the Germans that would become the Prussians have this centuries-long war with the Slavic peoples to their east. And apparently the Germans end up prevailing. I mean, they take a little bit of land. They don't take everything. They're still Slavic peoples. But it sounds like maybe the Slavic people weren't real super interested in Christianity. At least the Christianity where that includes baptism. So that was this guy, I can't remember his name, some leader. That was his slogan. It was baptism or death. And I thought that was pretty good. And I have a note here that says, I look for gems of wisdom that apply to our current mess. And when I say current mess, I mean the United States. And we have the bottom of 197, top of 198. And if I recall, I'm not going to read this whole paragraph. Yeah. Some guy's name is Troelsch, hailed from southern Germany, and he observed the excesses of nationalism emanating from the war with misgiving. It was clear to him that some of the wellsprings of German imperialism were her glorification of the national spirit, the idolatry of the state, and the complacent acceptance of the status quo. All of these had led Germany to the denial of a universal idea of humanity. I think that's all I'm going to read. And when there's something going on in your country that leads you to not just deny the idea of the universality of humanity, but not just deny it, but think that it's a bad thing, your country's getting ready for collapse. Your country is going to end up with a shit ton of other countries ganging up on it, and you'll be lucky if you're allowed to even have an army after that. Adolf Menzel, that was my next note, and Adolf Menzel he was a painter. And a lot of the stuff in this book deals with how these people, like Menzel, he's in charge of some art museum. He strives to make Berlin the capital of art for Germany. And they want it to be the capital of art for Europe, which never works because we all know that that's Paris. But I did Google Menzel and look at some of his paintings. His paintings, he's a realist, which that's what I like. But his paintings depict historical events in German history, and he's got some beautiful paintings, just gorgeous paintings. And I don't have a lot of notes here. The last one is statistics belong with the finer types of deceit. And we all know you can make statistics look any way you want. And that quote is attributed to Benjamin Disraeli. That's it. I'm in another book right now. Yes, I'm going to upload a video on a Monday. And you see that I'm at home because I've been taking every Monday off. Basically because I don't give a fuck anymore about how much money I'm making at work. Thanks for watching.